So, exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened. A little bit sooner than I thought. I'm gonna try to keep this video short because just I don't want you guys to see me cry again on camera. I've been bawling. I mean, like, you would think my brother got killed or something. But, my rat, Tia, just passed away about 30 minutes ago. I just spent the last 30 minutes saying goodbye and then burying her. It's 3:30 in the morning right now. Today is December 12th, and 2015, and she died at about 2:57 in the morning. And I knew she was going to. Since Kalulu died, a little, like a week ago, if that. Since Kalulu died, Tia just got all slow, unresponsive. She didn't react when I put food in there. She didn't react when I jingled on the cage to let her know I was home from work or I was leaving. She just stopped caring. So I went up to go to work today. I got up and I just looked in at her and she was just sitting there, not paying much attention to anything. I gave her some food and I picked her up and I held her, and she just was being limp. She was always super excitable. She always run up to the cage, like I said before, in the Lulu video. Tia would always run up to the cage, and she was just so full of life. And she's old now. She was old, but then when Kalulu passed, she just gave up. And so I picked her up before I went to work, and I just held her like this, and I put her up here. I put her up here because she didn't have great balance anymore from being old, because usually I would always have her up on my shoulder, and but I couldn't put her up there, so I just held her up here as close as I could. Try not to cry. Been crying too much already. I'm fucking destroyed, man. So I picked her up and I was holding her, and I had like 10 minutes before I had to leave for work. And I was just, Tia, it's okay. I know you don't feel good. I know you're getting old. And I was late for work. I was about 5 to 7 minutes late for work because I couldn't put her down. And I usually leave 10 of, and I left 5 of my shift, and I couldn't put her down because I knew that either I was gonna get home and she would have passed, or this was gonna happen. So I texted my brother Henry and I had him check on her. He said she was doing fine when I was at work, and I was relieved, but all the while I knew she was just in pain. She has respiratory issues, and she scratches herself, like you've heard me mention. She was covered in scabs and cuts because she just always scratched herself, and I don't know why. I took her to the vet and everything, and they couldn't explain why she was doing it. She just always scratched herself. For a while I thought it was Kalulu, but it wasn't. So I get home from work, and the first thing I do, my mom's fucking birthday too today, not the 12th but the 11th. My mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. And we finished. First thing I did was check on Tia, see how she was doing, and went out there to celebrate my mom's birthday. And I mean, that could have gone better, but and then I come back in here, and it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and I just took Tia out of the cage, and I sat down in my chair, played some Xbox. I was playing Onigiri, and I just had Tia sitting on my lap or sitting right here, and I was just bundling her, just cuddling with her, and just holding her, letting her know that I was here for her. So I held her, and I held her for that long. It was 5.5 hours I was holding her, if not maybe even 6, and we just sat there and played games. I had her facing me the whole time so she could see my face. I don't even know if she could see, honestly. Like, she hardly blinked, and she just kind of looked at nothing, and I think she may have gone blind, or at least blind in one eye, because one of her eyes was a little bit fucked up. The other one was fine, but she may not have been able to even see me. I don't know. But she would get to a point where she would start seizing up. She would start doing stuff like that and like stretching her body out. It seemed like she was trying to run away. At one point, she was very quiet. She was so sudden about this like sudden seizure that she shot up and she fell off my lap and fell onto the floor. She didn't hit hard or anything. It wasn't a big fall, but she just went and just like jumped out of my lap from her body tensing up like that and just like fell on the floor, and I picked her up and I was just holding her the whole time. And so that's that. I went and I got a box for her. I made sure she was passed. I held her for 15-20 minutes, just holding her, hoping I'd feel her breathe again, hoping something, but nothing. And I put her. There was like this little travel compartment for like a gerbil that I got for them, both of them, when they were little baby rats, and they've had it ever since. So, and Tia has far since outgrown it, but they were both of them being like that long, would squeeze into like this little compartment thingy, and they would both sleep in there all the time. So I buried Tia, and I put her in that thing in a box wrapped in the sweater that she died in. I had one of my sweaters I had her wrapped up in to keep her warm, and she died in the sweater, so I wrapped her up in it, and I just buried her. And she's gone. And I have no pets anymore. I knew it was going to happen today. I knew it. As soon as I left for work, I did not want to leave for work, because I knew that today was going to be the day. This is her cage. I moved it over here, and yeah, I cleaned it. I took it out and everything, so I let her kind of look over at the cage, and just kind of put it here, let her know like this, this was her home within a home, and I had her on my lap the whole time with the cage right here so she could see it. This may be stupid, and I may be totally retarded for even thinking this, but she didn't die in my arms. I had to set her down for a moment, and when I set her down, I went over to the side of the cage, and what I did was I set her inside the cage. That way if she started to seize again, she wouldn't fall off anything, she would be contained inside the cage. So I set her in there, and I set her like right in the middle, wrapped in the sweater, and I walked over here, because I started like just kind of, since I moved the cage, I was cleaning off some of that area with all like the shavings and stuff, and I was standing right over here, and I swear to God, man, she was in the cage, and she kind of like, I looked at her, and she like straightened her back a little bit, and she looked right at me. She looked right fucking at me, and then her legs started to twitch, and that was it. Again, I don't know if she could even see, but she knew exactly where I was. I was right here. I was right here, because I was moving shit, and she was right in the center. She looked straight fucking at me, and then she was gone. So that's that. Another fucking teary-eyed video. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. thank you guys for understanding what I'm going through. And I mean, they're just pets, but they're more than that to me. They're family, and I love them to death. So this is not. I wanted to say this in the first one, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't think of it. This was not in any way. I don't even know why I uploaded the first one, but now that I uploaded the first one, I have to upload this one as an update. I don't know why. I just like sometimes when I'm like depressed or when I'm anxious, I turn on the camera and I just start talking, and I just like indulge all my deepest, most personal feelings and opinions, and I just kind of like talk it out, because I can't do that with people, but I can do that with a camera, and I don't know why. I can really express how I'm truly feeling through a camera, and then once I do, I delete it. I usually just delete it. But this was, since the rats were a part of my channel, and they were my family, and you guys are like my family, I edited the thing together, put in the pictures, and I just felt I needed to upload it as like a little homage. So, because they have been in videos and they've been scattered throughout vlogs and stuff like that, and I've had them for years, man. So I'm gonna do the same with this one. I don't mean for it to be as long. I'm gonna try to shorten it as much as I can, but it's just like, thank you guys for understanding just like why I feel the need to do this. Or I don't feel the need, but why I even did this in the first place. So that's that. Thank you guys. And Tia, I love you. There's gonna be a couple of pictures at the end of Tia, and it's gonna go from like some early ones, and the last couple, like the last 3 or 4, are gonna be in like with her on my lap in her last couple hours. So if you guys want to see a video with Tia just kind of like playing in my sleeves and stuff, I'll link that in the first link in the description. You guys can see when me and her were just kind of having a nice little fun time. So if you want to see her when she was younger and much more just full of life, you can go ahead and click that. So yeah, here's pictures of Tia.